Emotional intelligence in community, creating an intentional and thriving culture. When my team is about to facilitate a team retreat, we ask 3 important written questions even before getting together with a client to craft the agenda. The 3 questions are: 1, what specific goals do you have? 2, what do you want to make sure we include in this experience? And 3, what are the current team challenges to consider? So of the 500 teams that we facilitate for, I've had a chance to see a lot. But one day, the words written on the intake form were so clear that I knew that this group was suffering. The current challenges included, they said, people in our team yell, curse, criticize, and belittle. What they needed was work on emotional intelligence in community. Now, sometimes folks call this civility, but that can sound more like being polite and wanting people to fall in line. So if they ever call asking for civility, I help to shift that a bit for them. So let me be clear. All groups need to work on emotional intelligence, but when there's been a history of toxic work culture, tension, bullying, passive aggression, power plays, you get the point. It is all hands on deck to try and turn the ship. So EI or EQ, emotional quotient, is the skill in perceiving, understanding, and managing emotions and feelings. For short, it's people skills. Daniel Goleman, who's the EI guru, says that EQ is twice as important as IQ and technical skill for excellent performance. It's a big deal. I knew that what this group lacked was psychological safety, which is a term coined in 1999 and defined as a team being safe for interpersonal risk-taking. So Google studied this deeply for 2 years, and they revealed that psychological safety is what the highest performing teams have in common. So it's good stuff. Bringing in a third party, like us, to start this kind of work can be helpful so that all of the participants can fully participate. Then the participants get an objective perspective with no hidden agenda or motive. And the group can also be pushed, but with heart, to address the hard topics in a way that can be tricky for a leader within the organization. But I want to share with you, here are 3 tools that we use that you can use to grow your team's EI, civility, psychological safety, culture, all of those things. So get ready. Number 1 is talk about feelings. The days of check your feelings at the door are long gone. We know that EI helps us to foster relationships, which helps us to get better results. Also, when we brush aside or bottle up, the bad feelings don't go away. We say you've got to name it to tame it. Inviting honesty and vulnerability into the conversation is necessary for building community. Being a leader in an organization where you're trying to shift the culture can be hard. So, having your own support network or co-mentoring group is a must. When you're talking about feelings with your team, you can bring in Tuckman's stages of group development, which are, you can say these with me, forming, storming, norming, and performing. Have the team discuss what stage they think the group is in. The second is have your group identify the present work culture in their eyes. A few thoughts reported from a current client group that we're working with. They said their team, the current culture is stuck, chaos, blooming, and busy. That's what a variety of folks said. And then the next step is to ask the team to define their desired future state. For that same group that I just shared about, they were then saying words like synchronized, innovative, calm. So after that, strategize together about how to get from here to there. Now the third is to create communication ground rules together. So these guiding principles help you to collectively agree to what you all expect from each other. This aligns with the expression, "We get what we tolerate." Have you heard that before? A team we were supporting was mostly remote during COVID and was experiencing some microaggressions. And during one colleague's presentation in a virtual meeting, it was later discovered that two of the teammates were secretly criticizing him through the private chat function, but just to each other. The leader was brave and brought this to the group. After that, the team focused on healing and creating new ground rules that they would all align with and call each other on. I want to share this leader's actions reminds us that we should not have success as a goal if we are not interested in being uncomfortable. The bottom line is successful teams don't happen by accident. The good news is that good and bad culture is human created, so you have lots of opportunity to chart the course.